So, new season, new artifact mods, one of them being lightning strikes twice, which increases your grenade regen rate after you throw an arc grenade, with additional arc kills extending that benefit. The reason I'm bringing this up is because me and a lot of other people I know have felt this to be extremely underwhelming, like it's barely even doing a difference in some builds. And so I wanted to test if it actually is underwhelming or if we're just being kind of ignorant in a way. But yeah, here are the results. But before we get into that, firstly a couple ground rules. Number one, all of these tests are conducted with pulse grenade at tier 100 discipline. Tier 100, sorry, 100 discipline. That would be a very short grenade at tier 100. This is just to make sure all of the tests are comparable to each other, you know, so it's fair and shit. And secondly, because lightning strikes twice is a class armor mod that costs 7 energy, it's only fair to compare it against bomber, specifically double bomber, which is a also class armor mod that only costs 2 energy per mod, so even double stacking them only costs 4 energy. So yeah, the stakes are on. Lightning strikes twice. Better work here. Anyway, the first test we're going to be conducting is just the standard natural regen of our grenade. Normally it is 47 seconds, which is literally what it says on discipline. And then if we throw lightning strikes twice into the mix, and PS, make sure it's extended throughout the entirety of our grenade regen, which is what would be happening in standard combat, so it makes sense. It would be 29.9-ish seconds, which is a considerable decrease, let's be real. But then comparing that to bomber, and bomber actually loses. Bomber only gets you a 35-second regen, which is like 6 seconds higher than lightning strikes twice. So far so good. Lightning strikes twice beats bomber for natural regen, as was kind of expected. But now we're going to move on to certain exotics, because obviously if you're building into grenade, you're going to use an exotic. So our first test is going to be Frosties on Hunter. The natural regen for Frosties is 24 seconds. Then with lightning strikes twice thrown into the mix, it's 15.4 seconds. Yet again, a considerable decrease. And then bomber is yet again losing, as it's only reaching 21.5 seconds, which is only like 2.5 seconds lower than the original cooldown. So yet again, in Frosty's case, lightning strikes twice beats bomber by a considerable amount. And then this is where things change when we move on to Verity's Brow, probably one of the weakest ability regenning exotics in the game. The normal cooldown for Verity's Brow is once again 24 seconds. Then with lightning strikes twice, that goes to 18.6 seconds. Again, considerable decrease. And then with bomber actually beats lightning strikes twice as it reaches 18.1 seconds. About 0.5 seconds faster than lightning strikes twice. Yeah, and it only gets worse from here, because then with Crown of Tempest, normal grenade regen is 17.1 seconds, lightning strikes twice, 14.2-ish seconds, and then bomber is 12.2, about 2 seconds faster than lightning strikes twice. And then you come into Heart of Inmost Light, strongest ability regen exotic in the game. The normal regen is 11.7 seconds, lightning strike twice is 10.3, and then bomber is exactly 10 seconds. Which, granted, is not a very big difference between the two, but firstly, the fact that lightning strikes twice is 7 energy versus bomber is only 4. I mean, it's pretty obvious which one you're going to pick there. And then also, at this stage of ability regen, nothing's going to make a considerable difference. Yeah, there's your proof. Lightning strikes twice is better for literally natural regen and specifically Frosties, which I do have an explanation of. I'll explain that in a bit. But for literally any other exotic in the game that helps with ability regen, bomber is multiple times better. And that's not just because it's a lower cost, it's also because you can actually build into it more than lightning strikes twice. Keep in mind, lightning strikes twice can only be procced once. After it's procced, you can only keep up the uptime, and if you like throw another grenade, it's not like it boosts it even more. But with bomber can be procced any time you activate your class ability. So if you get your class ability twice during a grenade recharge and use it twice, obviously you get back more class ability. But yeah, bomber is so many times better than lightning strikes twice. And lightning strikes twice definitely does not deserve to be that expensive. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. Lightning strikes twice sucks. See ya.